Eddie Brackett, lock it in and get ready to win. Eddie Brackett.
Hey, Eddie Brackett's fans, if you followed me on week 0, you did pretty good. If you followed me on week 1, you did sort of good. Week 2, we're going to knock it out of the ballpark. I'm going to give you the best place if you're going to make a lot of money and you're going to join me on the boat. We're going to be drinking that Cape Codder with a lemon, not a lime. Ain't that right, Christine? First game, Illinois versus Duke. The spread on this one started Illinois minus 4.5. It's already, as of Wednesday, it's dropped down to 1.5. And whenever you see a spread drop down like that, that means Vegas smart guys know something. They're burying people in the desert, so you got to start paying attention to those. Manny Diaz of Duke has a solid defense. They really had. They won 10 games. I would take Illinois money line over Duke. Smart white kids going down to Illinois. Brett Bielema squad doing the business. That gets 2 thumbs up. Moving on, Ole Miss 9.5 versus Kentucky. This game last year was the game that Kentucky upset on the road, actually, too. And that loss ended up really probably costing Ole Miss their playoff spot. And if you think that the Ole Miss coach Lane Kiffin isn't a remember that? He's talked about that loss every single day to his players. I think the smart money is going to be probably going to be Ole Miss minus the 9.5. It can creep up to even 10. I would say 13 is the high point on that one. But it's going to be a blowout, probably 18 to 21 points. Not even close. Kentucky's offense is hot garbage this year. So, that one's going to get 1 thumb up. Iowa versus Iowa State. It's the Cy-Hawk game. That's what they call it. The Cyclones and the Hawkeyes. I don't know. Iowa won 34-7 over Albany. They have a good offensive line. They ran the ball 53 times for like 360-something yards, which is like what I do when I play college football or Madden. I just run the ball up the middle. Almost every. But I think Iowa, last year, they kicked a long field goal, a 54-yard field goal, I believe, to win this game. They actually kicked 2 long field goals in the fourth quarter of this game last year. This game is weird. Because the last 6 times in the series, they play every year because they're rivals, the last 6 times the road team has won. And I think that the smart play is the road team again. This time, you're going to want to take Iowa on the road, getting 3.5 points roughly. That's going to be but if you're into that game for whatever reason, like corn, you're going to take Iowa plus the points. The last game is Oklahoma State plus 29.5 over Oregon. I don't know if you guys have heard this week. The Oregon coach and the Oklahoma State coach, so Mike Gundy, who's all he's the coach at the playoffs and all that, kind of yells at women being fat and all. But it's just too many points for his team. They got 29.5 points. And he's coaching for his coaching life right now. He's one of those coaches that, again, I don't know if you noticed a trend this week. I've gone with coaches that are kind of on the hot seat and not coming through. I think this one will come through. Gundy mentioned in his press conference that they have a $7 million roster compared to Oregon's like $40 million roster. Dan Lanning said, spend money to win games. I think that, and also Oregon's funded by Phil Knight, who's the Nike guy, so that's why they got so much gosh darn money. I think it's going to be Oklahoma State plus 20.5. That's 4 touchdowns and almost a field goal. So Oklahoma State plus 20.5 is my play on that one. Piss off!
Illinois money line, I ride with 1 thumb up. Duke getting dropped, man, they run out of luck. Big 10 soldiers, watch the Blue Devils fold. Brackets cash checks while the story get told. Iowa per 5, that's 2 thumbs high. Hawkeyes grind hard, Cyclones finna cry. Rivalry heat, but the spread looks sweet. Eddie Brackets with the fire, watch him cook that meat. Thumbs up, spreads up, Eddie run the play. We 2 bets, making money every day. Brackets bracket alert, put your chips on the line. Since he blowing out, yeah, they covering fine. Okay, State 35, yeah, we riding with two. Ducks quack loud, but they ain't breaking through. Cowboys hold tight, don't get smoked by the West. Brack keep mind sharp, put his pitch to the test. Bracket alert game, watch the red lights flash. Since he 24-5, Bowling Green get smashed. Bearcats run wild, spread cover and stride. Eddie Brackets call shots, gangsters on his side. Don't miss 9.5, rebels coming for blood. Kentucky in the mud when that offense flood. Oxford boys stomping, cashing checks with style. Eddie Brackets week 2, got the haters in denial. Illinois, Iowa, OK State, Cincy, Ole Miss. Eddie Brackets don't miss. 2 thumbs up, yeah, the gang gon' ride. Week 2 picks, put respect on the side.